What up, what up, what up?
Woo.
UJTO in your face.
Cross that big 4. You know we here.
41.
400's next. They don't know.
We're almost at a year. It's something.
Oh, yeah. We 52 weeks in a year, I think.
Yeah, we'll start the season 2 on it's the third week. But,
Hell yeah.
52 and almost. It's pretty tight.
And there is no season break out here.
That was like I guess before we get into whatever, but that was like a thing, because like when we started, I was just like, yeah, it'd be tight. I imagined almost this point, well, not this point, but in a couple weeks.
Okay.
You know, where it's just like, if we can keep doing it, then that's something.
No, for sure.
I don't know if anyone's listening to you, but I don't really care about it.
Yeah, no, it's beside the point, because they're going to listen when they want to listen.
Yeah, I mean, whenever that happens, whatever. But like I just like the real consistency of it. We had a plan, we had a goal to do a thing, and we just executed it.
We've been knocking them down too. That's been the dope thing, because and honestly, I liked it too, because even before we started, we were talking about like not being consistent with it. And we just talked about it like, yeah, we will be, and then
we did.
Big 4 crossed.
Yeah, we did it. There were like a couple weeks where, I don't know, I was like gone for like weeks, but like
stuff has been missed, but we
still made it up there.
Yeah, and whenever we miss something, we jump right back into it. So
yeah,
that's what really matters.
Yeah, just tight
little having progress.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
It's tight like seeing like when I go onto the podcast, either the audio or even on the YouTube. Follow us on YouTube and iTunes, Spotify, wherever you're listening or watching this. That sub button, and we'll see all the episodes. Yeah. But yeah, it's just cool scrolling through and it's like, oh, we get all these episodes. It's tight. It's something.
It's nice to scroll them.
Yeah,
it's the
scroll.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's a real scroll. Like it's like a real like.
It feels good when it's not just like, we made a few. It's like,
no, it's a real thing.
We do that.
So, proud of us on that.
Yeah, running those numbers up. And we've improved on just the rapport of it as a skill too, I feel like.
I think so.
Yeah, because even between episode 1 and like 25, I was seeing differences.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and there's it's been a lot along the way. Learned about ourselves, the world. Figured out some technical difficulties along the way.
Podcasting is really raw.
It's definitely raw. Well, I guess I think the cool thing about podcasts in general is kind of that spectrum. Like, you kind of get it on TV, but like even the fact that there's a quality range and like the topics range from literally everything. People talk about anything and everything in podcasting, but just like it goes from this to like radio stations in New York, like, you know what I'm saying, that and like Joe Rogan somehow the exact bridge in between all that. Like, it's a weird thing because he's both. Like, he's the guy that just started it like this, but he's taken as seriously as anybody in media. So it's like a weird, it's the bridge of both of these things. Like, it's worlds colliding.
And I feel like it's so much more real than TV because, like, even no matter how reality you get with the TV, unless it's some freak accident on the news, it's usually pretty scripted. Or, it has a direction for it. But with the podcasting, it's really just...
Yeah, do whatever you want to do.
It's this wild, wild west.
It's definitely wild, wild west. It's wild to me that the internet is still so wild. I mean, maybe it's not crazy, but like I would thought like more, and they're trying. God knows they're trying. There's more regulation in every way.
Yeah.
Like all the way from, I don't know, people tracking other people on the internet, shopping and taxes being collected on sales on the internet, all the little rooms you can go and talk to people. It's and like something pops up something could pop up next month, and in 2 months it'll be like it has always been here. You won't be able to remember a time before it. Like it's like that kind of stuff. Like even like Discord. Like Discord is still small for what it could be, but it's huge in what it's used for. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
the crazy thing I've been having before my thoughts was that the internet's like a whole new world. Like we had like the big boom where it was like the Americas, the new world, da 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 da. This is that again, but it's digital and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You tap in when you touch your phone in your pocket. You tap in when you on the cameras in the store some of the times because you're just on facial recognition.
Yeah, it's just never been anything close to it. Where every people in the it really is the Matrix. It's just not as cool, but it'll get there. Hope I don't know. Hopefully or hopefully not. But like anyway, one way or the other, it'll get there.
Depending who's running the show.
Well, that's the thing though. If it's the internet is okay. I got mixed up. I had a lot of thoughts all at once there. Because the internet should be a reflection of humanity, right? Because people put everything on the internet, right? But in that, I feel like the internet is able to show us those extremes pretty easily. Like, so you see the worst in people, and people talk endlessly about that. There's blogs and just whole newscasts like wow, how about social media is tearing us apart and the division, our elections in dangers, and that's all true, and that's all one side of it. But on the other side of it, there's a genuine and almost I don't know where the ceiling is for the generosity that's on the other side of the internet. Like as much hate is spewed on one side, there's people. I've seen people give money to people to pay rent that they don't know just because they asked, like and expressed their situation.
Yeah.
I've seen people build genius like tools and little businesses just to give it away, open source it and give it to the community to then expand upon it. And I mean, it's it's really it's just extremes. You get to see all the extremes of people, and then things are formed out of it. Like communities are made, and those communities build new things, and real friendships come out of those things when they meet in life. And I don't know.
No, I think it's a reflection of how communities evolve. Because, and I'm saying it in terms of a lot of different groups and communities, because you get to see over social media, like you go to any page, any group, you get the cool thing is it's all recorded, so you get to go right to them. You see all the things they have ever felt like they needed the world to see, and you get to see how they change, how they shift in what they want to say or don't say. Sometimes you can even see through what makes them mad or something like that, the experiences that have been coming along with this.
Yeah, I don't think groups have evolved. I think it's the same like groups.
Well, I wouldn't even say it. I guess not evolved, but they change. Yeah, they change.
But even just like because
I feel like politics is radicalized through the internet, and that's
politicians or politics.
Both. I'm politicians and people are. Yeah, because it.
We're pretty radical before.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like it's just megaphoned now, and it's the same thing for the people, just as much or more so.
That's kind of interesting. So I don't know if it radicalizes them. I don't know.
I feel like it's almost a feedback loop because it radicalizes us, but we radicalize them.
I don't know if we really have an effect on them. I think we like to think we do, but they kind of do what the fuck they want to do, and we have to react to it.
I think they do what they want to do,
even though we vote them in there. But that's a whole different.
I think they do what they want to do, but they do it in a way that's the most acceptable to their main base.
See, I don't think that's true. I think that used to be true. I think that stopped being true because no one agrees with what a lot of these people are doing. They you can take a poll and it's like, all right, 61% of people and all of us don't believe we should do that, and then you'll see them doing that thing, like the.
But I mean, like, what percentage of people vote?
No, I'm talking about that's a whole different thing.
I'm saying because that's their base that they're trying to play to.
No, but not even though. It's because they're they're unopposed. It's gerrymandering and lines have been drawn where it's they're not worried. They've been there for 60 years and have campaigned once 60 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They're
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah,
isn't gonna have
there's
somebody.
No one that likes Mitch McConnell. Ted Cruz. These are whole supervillains out here that get elected by 10,000 people, maybe. It's real that influence millions. It's really fucked in that. So no, they don't really. That's what I'm saying. They're doing their own thing. I don't think, and they're too old to give a shit about the internet. You think Mitch McConnell's scrolling Facebook? I think he gives a fuck. I'm trying to do policies to, I don't know, unlock the Crypt Keeper. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to get that bread.
They're playing a whole different game because it's even beyond legacy, history, because all that's in play for these people. Your child will be learning about them in the 10th grade. You'd be like, who's this? He's the devil. 30 years ago, this guy tried to get rid of gay marriage, and he was successful. I don't know. That's in the future. We'll see what happens, but they're trying. Yeah. A lot of shit. But that's just that's a start. If we can get that going, we're gonna really roll this ball. But yeah, they're on their third Supreme Court justice that they're about to put in.
Oh yeah, it was over right when Ruth went.
Yeah, I mean, but that's crazy. It's and she even one of her last wishes in her last thing that she wrote was pick whoever wins the election should be able to pick my successor. They were like, fuck that shit. We got somebody.
That sounds drunk.
Huh?
That sounds drunk.
What sounds drunk?
Listening to that kind of a wish for the Republicans?
I mean, but just from a human being, though, a dying request, from the oldest member of the, Supreme Court, the highest judicial system in the land, we can't even give her the one thing. And also,
what if they put a Democrat in there?
Well, of course, but it's not but you should be able, and also the fact that when this exact scenario happened, literally before the last election, their argument was no, the next person should pick it. It was literally you can. The hypocrisy is
that's their almighty gotcha. This is their third time doing this. They always put Democrats in a situation where it's you just said we can't do it, but now you're doing it. They're always yeah, because I don't know why you listened to us that time.
Well, it's not even listen. They have enough power to get it done, and they just don't give a shit. I don't know, that. Yeah.
No, they're beyond.
So that's what I'm saying. They're not really.
Fox News is another. I feel like Fox News makes the Republicans something different.
I think
I
think these are all causes of the things. They don't. I don't think they give a shit. Because they're not worried about how they look anymore. That's not.
Well, I feel like that's a result of Fox News.
That can't be.
I watched this documentary called Outfoxing the Fox, and it talked about the history of Fox News and how Fox News has radicalized the Republican Party. and how the Fox News has radicalized the Republican Party. And one of the big things it was saying was that their bread and butter is, we don't need to be right. Like that, it's never about that. We just need you to doubt that the other guy is right. And that's their little nasty play that they do. And they feed that into the Republican Party, and it feeds back because they get credit and they get points going on there.
I really think that's like in reverse. I don't, because it doesn't, because why? Like, what's the, because I feel like that's a scapegoating using Fox News as a scope, but I think Fox News is just used. Well, just
it was made to support the Republicans that wanted to do this. But that group grew.
Yeah, but I wouldn't get past what you just said though. It was made to support that.
For sure.
That's it though. Like it does that just a lot. Like it's heavily influential in that. But that's not the beginning of the message. That's where that's just the megaphone. Someone's behind the megaphone. You know what I'm saying?
Agree. Yeah.
I think that I don't think they radicalize the
Republicans radicalize themselves.
No, because you have to get all right. There's the politicians themselves, right? There's the media people, and then there's just the people, right? I think the politicians, you said the media thing, to radicalize these people just to agree with what they already want to do. Like, we're going to do this. If you're going to roll, we're going to try to get this message out so you roll with us to make it easier for us to do it. But they're not listening this way. It's a one-way loop. There's no way, these people don't say, oh, we want this, and they're like, yeah, let's get you. They don't give a shit.
The reason that I was saying that, especially with Donald Trump, it's especially the thing, but because the Republicans have shifted a lot of their positions that they already had. Mm-hmm. And they had positions that Democrats actually didn't go for as much, but they wanted, I wouldn't say it was universal health care, but it was a form of it that they already were going for.
Wait, say that again?
It was a version of universal health care. It wasn't the exact thing because, I mean, no socialism.
Sure.
But they already wanted, I think it was not Lyndon Johnson.
No, just like less general than they.
Oh, Republicans.
Okay.
Republicans supported these kinds of policies before. They've supported higher taxes. But they flipped these positions because of flips in who had the power in the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. And I'd say that was from Fox News. Then you get further along the line.
Fox News? Like what?
The flip and the kinds of Republicans that were leading the party. That
doesn't make sense though. Like, why? How? You think these anchors put in politicians? Like,
I think their support put politicians in, yeah. And I think that's what they've been doing for years. And they're so good at it because they don't have to prove the other person wrong. They just have to make you not fully agree with them.
Yeah, but it's just weird to me that you think that's where it starts, though. Like, how do they even know who the people are? Like, they have to. Someone has to introduce them to these people.
Well, there were at the start of Fox News, there was a media guy that thought that the Republican Party wasn't effective enough. So it started with this media guy, and he got enough that he can make his own whole station. He was like, all right, well, we have a whole strategy on how we can start to really change people's beliefs. Mm-hmm. And I think it was Nixon, or maybe it was the president right after. But they get together. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I like this idea. Yeah, go ahead. They get the ball rolling. They start off not too crazy, but they're a little extra. They're a little closer to what you would think of as sports commentating than news, the way we traditionally thought about it. Then they progressed a little more. Ideas get a little more extreme. They start supporting politicians a little more directly, knocking the ones that aren't with the program a little harder. And that almost becomes its own like whip. If a Republican gets out of line, They don't have to really get at him. Fox News will, and it'll tear him down.
That's interesting.
For Mitt Romney.
But what is the I guess what is the I get what you're saying. That makes sense. Or that makes sense enough. But like, what's the end game? Like, what is the vision? I guess.
Well,
and whose vision is it? Like, who's the Oz behind the curtain? And then, what are we?
I don't know who presses go for the Fox News. I understand that they support Republicans that support whatever ideas they support at the time. At this time being immigrants bad, Muslims bad, racism's not real.
Yeah, but these aren't new. These are as old as America.
Well, but this wasn't
these tropes.
Yeah, but this is something that can make or break a Republican. For example, Donald Trump, when he would even slightly agree, like, we should do what the Democrats are talking about. Like, we don't have to do all of it, but they're making some points. Fox News starts tearing him apart, and then he has to get back with the program, or Fox News is just going to keep going at him.
Well, see, but doesn't he? Like, he'll tweet. He'll attack them though. You see him do that, right?
Well, that's been the progression because Fox News has rubbed against him.
Yeah,
a lot more.
He doesn't give a fuck. Like, that's what I don't like. Anyone, it's weird. Like, 'cause I believe in puppets and puppet masters, right? Put someone in place and kind of.
I don't think it's a media to politician puppet master relationship.
Yeah,
it's not. But it's definitely an influential one. Because Donald Trump has switched whole positions just off of Fox News changing theirs. Oh, Donald Trump said that. I take that all back.
It's weird. I wish there was a better barometer because that doesn't really mean anything for him. Because he doesn't care about any of it.
Yeah.
So for him switching, just you know what I'm saying. It's not really a hard. It's not like a.
Lindsey Graham would be another example.
See, no, they're the ones that really. Lindsey and Ted. I think there was at least another one. There's all of them really, but those two, I want to know something happened.
Yeah,
something.
Dude, Fox News attacks.
No. Fuck publicity. No. See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta really, really think about it. Something happened. Fuck them talking shit about me. No. Someone got caught in a room. There is footage of something wild. Something. Because I've never seen a 180 like that.
Yeah,
never.
Dude, Lindsay was.
Because I didn't like these people, but at least at one point I'm like.
They have principles.
Yeah, even if that principle is based in the dark side, you know what I'm saying? Darth Vader had principles, you know what I'm saying? And at least there was that. But you're not even Darth. At least Darth had a line where he's like, "Man, you tripping, bro? You're gonna have to hit me with the lightning." They're like, "Fuck it." Why are they so? I've never and it was so fast in 2 or 3 months, from October to January in a year, they went from this guy will definitely, if he's elected, he'll be the end of America. He's the worst person ever. He's a troll. I think he knows what he's doing, and it's gonna be all right.
Give him a chance.
He's one of the smartest people I've ever What happened? That is not I'm rolling with the Republic. That's not no. You do that begrudgingly. If you're just gonna roll, you'd be like, all right, that's cool. I'm not gonna fucking put my balls on it, but I'm gonna go whatever. I'm just not gonna say nothing. But these guys, I think, I can't remember which one it was. It was either Grant, I think it was Ted Cruz. During one of the debates or before, during the election, Ted
Cruz?
No, they're all the same now. Trump. He literally accused his dad of killing JFK. Literally. For real. In the same way he accused Obama of being Muslim. He was like, your dad killed JFK. And I'm just going to leave that there. how can you go from that to like? How can you go from that guy saying that about you and your dad's son? Like for real, we'd have to fight. Like that's I know they're old and like what, but like at some point, my bodyguard gotta fight your bodyguard. Something has to happen, and like yeah, like, and then maybe if you put hands and feet on me, then I'll concede. That's the only way. A straight ass whipping or like you found me doing something so insane and I don't even know what that would even be because most otherwise I'd be like, yo, leave that shit. Fuck it. I'll take it. I'll quit. I'm rich. I don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything. They're rich. Like I don't get it. Like just put your shit in stocks and chill in Texas. Like you don't have. Why would you spend? Like that's what I'm saying. There's an end game that I don't feel like we've really seen, and I don't. I want to know why. I want to know the motivation at this point. That's really the question you need to ask all these people. Why are you still going so hard? You are a whole 80-year-old person. Like, no one expects anything out of an 80-year-old in any capacity, anywhere. But you are getting up every day, commuting to work, to argue with people and do why? And don't tell me because you think it's for a greater good, because it's not. You know it's not, because you see what you're doing. So, like, what?
You've been playing the game too long.
I don't, and I understand loving what you do. Oh, shit, that's a lot of what they do.
Oh, yeah.
But, like,
that power.
it's just a weird thing. Like, there's something, I want to know the motivation. I think that would really, if you can get an honest answer on motivation, which there's no way you can, like, because
they're dark. They gotta be some dark motivations.
Or, I guess, I don't know. All the regular things, like money, it can't just be straight money. No, it can't, like, legacy, it can't, like, legacy. That seems like it should be like fucked, right? But history is written by the winners. So if you think you can get a win here, whatever that means, then maybe that's still intact. I don't know. Because I would think like, especially take on that kind of job, you would care about how history remembers you, and they just don't seem to give a fuck. But I don't see how. I don't see it. Not there. Like once you start running up a bit, like it's like I gotta leave an impression. Start going for like immortality. I would think, especially that old when you have to think about death at least once a week. Every time you go to the doctor, it's like all right, is this the last one? Like you're gonna tell me that this is it? Like that has to be just kind of built in at that point. So like what? Yeah, I don't know. They intrigue me in that because villains make more sense. Like this one, I don't get. I don't really get. I don't get it. I don't understand what kind of leverage. And then if legacy, I like to know their ideas on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It could be anything, especially with Republicans. Like one gay video, I mean, it could be over. That's it.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell was messing with a dude. That's the end.
That would be mind blowing, though. It's him unless I don't think he's really in the pocket. I think he's on course. I think he's been doing this. He's old school in this. He's like, I know what to do, and I want the good old days back. He makes sense out of all the players. Of all the players, he makes the most sense to me. He's like the. Yeah, he's Leo DiCaprio from Django. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just 80 years older. I hate that I just compared him to any rendition of Leo DiCaprio. That's fucked up. I take it all back.
He can't be Leo.
He can't be. He was a stick boy in that, but like, you can take that good if you want to, and that's bad. Yeah, I don't know what's comparing to, but
he's almost like a Thanos.
Nah,
Shit's gone too far. We give
respect. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving him Sith Lord, the old guy in the hood. Like
that's too much respect.
Nah, but see, he's powerful though. He's not powerful, but he's not tight.
That's my point.
You think the Sith Lord's tight? That old like
yes.
How?
He orchestrated all of that?
No, I mean he's powerful. But he's not tight.
He was, bro. He went one-on-ones with Yoda. How tight you gotta get?
All right, maybe I'm not defining tight. You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah,
like powerful. Yes, I'm not arguing powerful.
He did the flips. He's like 80 doing the flips.
No one's riding with the Sith Lord though. No one has the Sith Lord on a T-shirt. No one had he's not cool. Like he's not. There's never been a version of I'm not denying power. Like that's why he's putting him there because Mr. McConnell was powerful. You can't. That's undeniable. He's changed laws that he's put shit in place for more than my lifetime. Okay. He's been in this seat doing his thing, making people dance in all kinds of ways. So power. I'm not arguing power. I'm saying it's tight. I'm saying it's tight. He's far from tight. It's an old turtle. Darth Vader's tight. He's evil, he's powerful, but he's still cool. There's still redeemable coolness, even if he's the worst. Sith Lord's not cool. He's on a robe. He's been old since the beginning. Since the very beginning, he's looked like he's been on death's door. He's throwing lightning. He's laughing. He's ugly. He's like a crypt keeper. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you. I can't give Mitch this level though. I can't give it to him. Because the Sith Lord, he turned the sky upside down on him.
You're
Mitch ain't at that level.
He's really powerful. I think. See, you're mixing my two thoughts.
No. I'm not saying. I'm not putting this in cool.
He's power. You can put him with whoever the fuck you want to put him with, because he is that guy.
He's more like the redneck, and the redneck and what you call him?
Oh, you already fucked up.
And
go ahead.
Man, Ozark.
Wait, who?
In Ozark, the redneck family that's up in the hills, and they kind of run the show in the background, but they
wait, with the wife?
Yeah. Even Mitch McConnell's wife, she owns a shipping company. It's the setup. You can't give him no Sith Lord.
Okay, that's
Sidious runs solo. It's just him.
Shit, that's good. Okay. Yeah, you brought him down to earth. And you still gave him. Alright, I can roll with that. That's better.
It was way too much respect with that Sith Lord.
You're mixing respect. No one respects the Sith Lord, but you should fear it.
Okay.
I think that's my whole point. Because you cannot. He's not tight, but I said you can't take away his power because he's not tight. You know what I'm saying? That they don't really equate. Because that they just don't.
Yeah.
Just reality of it. Because he is powerful, but he's the worst. No one's rolling for Mitch. There's no Mitch T-shirt anywhere from anybody. Your hardest Republican's not I love Mitch. There's no. That's not a thing.
I want to see some Mitch opinions. I want some just from Republicans. I need to hear y'all say it. We need to get together with this one. Who messes with this man?
But he's good at his job. Again, the power. You can't deny the power. If you're down for whatever he's down with, he finds ways. I don't even know how we're talking about. I have been aggressively not watching anything with substance. I haven't been on Netflix in a month. The last thing I've watched on Netflix was Avatar, the cartoon series, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Watched like all 3 books, and that's the last thing I've seen on Netflix in maybe 4 months. Like, it's been a long time.
Okay.
Other than that, it's been speed runs, Mario Kaizo speed runs. I've watched people play Fall Guys, watched people arguing Among Us. I've been watching, like, literally this morning. I watched the late shows again for the first time, and again, weeks, longest I can remember doing. Only because the New York Times got a hold of Donald Trump's tax returns, and I was like, I want to see that shit. You know, like, what?
What's going down?
It was as absurd as.
I haven't heard anything about it. What happened?
He paid. Well, I want to. Is either last year or the year of the election, right? So he paid, maybe it was last year. He paid $750 in federal taxes.
How?
Exactly. You know what this?
How much did he make?
Huh?
How much did he make?
I don't know. I don't think it's he deflates a lot of assets, and he didn't pay taxes for like 10 out of like 11 years or 10 out of 15 years, or the last 15 years or something like that. He's being audited and has been for like however long, and if he loses that audit, you're saying like he'll owe around like $100 million. All his business, like his casinos, according to the tax returns and stuff, his casinos and golf courses have been losing like millions of dollars a year. Like, it's weird. So yeah, you gotta just please do more research on it, you and whoever's listening, because that was like a skim of like, what the really? How? What? You know,
that's special.
$750 federal tax, and he says he's worth $10 billion. I don't think that's true, but even if you can say that with your mouth, and anyone believes it, you shouldn't be paying $750 in taxes. And then that's even before that, he's paying like zero. For like, or he's just not paying for like almost a decade. So like, yeah, you know,
Donald Trump is a real rogue.
He's a whole villain.
Yeah, he is a rogue.
And like, you know,
Jesus.
Yeah, so that's again like another between that he's being investigated. There's like 2 people investigating his taxes, like state taxes and federal. So those 2 investigations going, and other investigations, pre-impeachment, and all those crimes of whatever. If he doesn't win this election, he's going to a jail. Like it's for what and how long? But I don't see how he doesn't die in prison if he doesn't win the election.
Dude,
that just gives him another 4 years to change everything.
My whole theory since like maybe 2 years into his presidency was that he saw Putin and Xi Jinping, how they get down, and he was like, man, I gotta step my game up before these 4 years go up, or I'm going to jail. Like, I really feel like he's gonna make the go at dictatorship if he doesn't win the election.
Yeah, I don't know if all that works. Like, it's just.
I don't think it'll work, but I think he might try
Or what does that mean? What does that mean to you?
Not accepting the transition of power.
Oh, straight up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of putting that shit in place right now.
That's what I've always.
Oh wait. Like, when though? Because that kind of matters a little bit. Like, so I can see him doing that here this time. He's almost said as much. Like, because basically, if during the election no one doesn't, and I gotta, I'm not going to. But I need to learn more about this. So, yeah,
it's
whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm gonna vote, but I can't do much more than that. I'm not gonna march on Washington.
I feel you.
So But I think it comes down to like if one of the two contestants denies the voting, the election votes, then that's goes like the Supreme Court and they make a ruling, I guess, which goes in line with what he's doing with stacking the Supreme Court. So who knows? I don't know. Like it's really.
Or he might go. I've also thought he might go for the pardon route.
Pardon what?
Yeah, he puts in enough work in the presidency. The next president is a Republican, and
that could only work if he wins this election, and then after that, then and some yeah, and then
yeah,
that's like that's rules. You can't even bet on that.
Fair enough.
Or I mean, not anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you can't depend on that. That's.
Well, I feel like that's the best case scenario he wants, but I feel like in not winning, he just won't accept the transition.
Well, I think he could easily just die in the next 4 years. Like, he could die in the White House. Like, that's not outside of anything. I'm not saying it's his plan, but I don't know. He's old, 4 more years, stressful job. I'd rather go out this way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody get the gun.
Yeah, not the gun. The gun? Do you think like I'm blow my brains out the wall? Take some pills and go to sleep. That's it. I'm not gonna. That's some wild shit. It's all wild shit. But like, you blow your brains out in the middle of the Oval Office at the fucking executive chair at the Constitute desk. What is it called? The Resolute desk. That's a different legendary. That's old. We might have to just wrap up the country after that. You just like, okay, alright, separate this shit in states. Everybody run their own shit. We're done. Because that's too crazy.
White House is on break.
Blew his brains out. Yeah. Not in the office. Someone has to come. Someone has to work there. No, it's like that's crazy. Sweep that shit up, mop it, and
they're gonna change it all up anyway. It's fine.
They've never changed it up. That's what I'm saying.
I thought they changed the carpets and stuff every time. Not the desk, but
maybe.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought every president was able to change the White House to their liking.
Not like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's a museum. Like you can't just take that shit down and hell no. It's your house, but it's not really your house. Like
doing renovations.
No.
I mean, what Jimmy Carter was doing? What was those?
Well, okay,
it
because I think Obama did in like basketball court or something like that.
But
that's all right. I think there's differences. This is going off of nothing. Let's be clear. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I think maybe you make some change. I don't think you can. That just seems wild to just be like, all right, take down all this shit.
Well, I mean, I don't think they all care about all those details as much, but I remember hearing it was something about like a kind of a wood along something, but it was like, yeah, we replaced it with like rosewood or something. Maybe it was the dinner table, like they replaced the whole thing with a different wood, or it was a couple things.
But was it old ass table though? I mean, tables, I guess it works. Table.
I don't know. Yeah,
it had like a little. It was uneven. So it was like scrap it. Table.
I have no idea. When do you draw the line? Like, does it have to?
My whole thing is the line.
Yeah,
that's why the whole thing is crazy to me. What is that line? Is insane. That's my whole point. Where is the line? You just take down everything. Yeah. Give me that Lincoln statue. I want it. Put that in my bedroom. I want you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then maybe it's just the section where the president himself will be, instead of the parts where it's to the public and kind of shit like that.
Living in White House is weird. Because
I need y'all to change all this furniture. It don't sit right with my spirit.
But see that. Yeah, I wonder how. I don't know. This raised more questions than I even thought. Because I don't know. Because I feel like there has to be rules against it, but at the same time, who the fuck enforces that shit? And then also, how? Like, how are the rules? Because, but then, I think, see, that's one problem, and we gotta just talk about it. But, like, I think one problem about a lot of our systems in place is that they depend on
good faith.
Yeah, the respect of the person in the position to just have a basic level of just respect of some shit. And there's no fail-safes for it, just because we haven't come across that fucking monster yet. But I think we found one. Like, yeah, because I really think that. Yeah, down to our money, honestly. That's just faith-based too. Like,
dude, the world used to be pretty straightforward. Even in terms of war, they wear red, we wear blue. That's it. Now special ops are all in your shit, doing crazy stuff, kidnapping your leaders. It's wild.
Alright, you take the whole different place.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we used to really like be able to believe it. If he shows up with your same costume on, you're my boy, obviously. You don't believe
all cartoons out here? Like what?
Well, back in the day, you wore that, they wore the other thing. It was really simple. Like, you could see, like, oh, they're not from here. look at them shoes. Those shoes ain't from here.
I think it's still like that. Like when we go overseas, we don't look like them.
Well, I mean, us, but I mean, a lot of people do. Like, a lot of white people look like other white people. You show
white people in the Middle East.
Okay, I mean brown people. Take some a few Mexicans.
But you think a Mexican looks like a Middle Easterner? Have you seen either
some of them
in the face? They don't. No.
Some of them dark skinned ones be looking. Hey, this has gotten really racist. But I mean,
we're on that. Now that's where we are. But it's not even good racism. That's what I'm saying. Like it's really.
Bro,
it's bad. It's bad based.
Bro, I'm just saying. Like, even between, let's say, like England and France.
They are.
Like
Indians and French look like?
Huh?
You think Indians and French people look like?
England.
French and England.
Yeah. The French and the English. They don't look crazy different.
It's a different kind of white person. They don't even swag the same. No, different. Have you seen either in the face? Like you think all white people are just white people. They're not.
All right. Wait, hold on. What's the facial differences between an Englishman and a Frenchman?
A French person's there's gonna be a more olive complexion. Like English are usually more like white.
Okay.
If they open their mouth, I mean, Jesus Christ, there's two different languages happening.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna get like more English. You're gonna be more round. French people are gonna be more thin in general. Like you're not getting too many fat French people. You'll get thin English people, but like.
Okay,
there's real differences in people.
All right. I'm just ignorant. Okay,
it's a difference in like a Californian and a Nevadian. It's not crazy, but there are differences in a person.
I mean, there are differences, but it's not to the point where like if I dress like you, if I act like you, I don't blend in at all.
If you go to even I mean, I try to put those together, but if you go to the South, nobody's going to think, you're not going to convince anyone you're from there. Like, you're just not going to.
For sure.
Same thing. Like, it's what I'm saying. Like,
but I was saying this in the context of having a war. Like, if I walk up in your costume, we don't need to talk much.
If I walk... Yeah, we need to talk much. What are you talking about? What are you talking? No one's going to talk to you just because you're wearing the same colors? I'm going to talk to you because we're wearing the same colors.
I'm patrolling.
Where are you from? Huh?
I'm patrolling. I'm doing my job. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm over here.
What are you talking about? That is insane. When people talking video games it doesn't work out. Like, talking about you think 007 that you think that's this whole plan? Let me just put on your uniform and walk right by you.
Well, you can't do that nowadays. But I'm saying
you can never do that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Someone's gonna check you. Someone's gonna be like, "Yo,
eventually,
where are you from?" Eventually, pretty quickly. You're gonna have to open your mouth. You're gonna have to know a language. You're gonna have to like know who's in charge of you. Like, you can't say, yeah, the commander told me, and you're talking to the commander. You should probably know what the fuck he is. Like,
all I'm saying is, bro,
you would be captured on day one of war, is what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing.
All I'm saying is, like,
yeah, we're the same.
Before they were so dishonest in war. Well, when they first started to develop that dishonesty, even the show, it documents the spy I told you about with
in war.
Yeah. In terms of your signals, motherfucking, they used to wave the white flag. Like, that shit don't be meaning nothing. Like, they do what they do, and they stopped even declaring war a lot of the time. World War II, they weren't officially in war a lot of the time. They just start fighting.
What? They weren't officially in war?
Yeah, that was something that was, World War I. Sorry. A lot of people weren't officially at war. They just went to war. You had to declare it. It had to be an official thing. I think there were only 2 different countries that were officially at war, and all these other people were fighting just because circumstances.
In World War One.
Yeah.
When Russia was marching on fools. Wasn't that the first war? Like,
Russia was doing their thing, but it was more Germany.
The first one.
Yep. Germany was both of them. Germany goes hard.
Germany's hard, but like,
yeah. Russia was more prominent in the second one.
You sure about this?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. I'm gonna check this, and
it
doesn't feel right. Because Hitler's World War II, and I remember
Stalin.
Stalin and like the Marxists and shit. Like, that had to be like a lot of the first one.
No, that was the Second War.
What was the First World War about?
The First World War was when they Serbia's like Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated, and I think it was like Austria-Hungary at the time. Don't quote me on who did it, but Serbia's like, yo, I know you did it. We're going to war. When they say that, Russia's basically like, those are my boys. If I'm correct, Russia's like, those are my boys. You ain't going to do that. But Germany already planned on going to war because they were ready to start conquering shit. So since Serbia was their boy, they were like, oh, if you're going to war, we going to war too. And so they immediately start marching on, I think they march on France and Russia nearly simultaneously. And then
Germany and Serbia marched on Russia and France.
Yep.
So I think why? Okay.
Yeah. Let me confirm. Let me do some confirmation.
I can never remember what that was about. I feel like I've done this like a couple times.
I've actually had this exact conversation. My Google history has the declarations of war, and
So I thought Russia was the ops in World War One, but if Germany's marching on them, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying to you is Germany.
Yeah. Austria-Hungary goes to war with Serbia. Germany goes to war with Russia, Belgium, and France.
Belgium, man.
Yeah, Germany was savage.
That's savage.
Yeah, and before they were Germany, they were the Holy Roman Empire. So
so we had to get involved in that.
I think we were like only in both world wars. We were only lightly involved. Like, we weren't as involved as like in terms of World War II. We were basically the killing blow to Germany, but they already had fought like the most exhausting battle.
Yeah.
Russia had them dying in the snow, scorched earth. I see
what you're saying. I don't know if when you drop 2 nuclear bombs.
That's Japan.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I don't know if you could say we had a small part of the. I agree with your sentiment. I'm just saying. Well, no, we dropped 2 whole nukes.
Well, no, we had a humongous influence in the war. We changed a good part of it, yeah, but a lot of it was already gonna happen. Like,
I'm not saying
China would have China would have fought back at Japan with the support of the European nations. Right after they finished taking down Hitler, which they were already doing, we came on D-Day after they already fought them back all the way from the French lines. They were deep in France.
Yeah.
They fought them all the way back to Germany. Then we show up like, yeah, we're just going to turn up now. Like,
yeah.
And I mean, we did turn up. We did our thing, but at that point, they're looking like, yo, you were super late. Like, we're basically those guys that were like, yo, we're around the corner. We're going to be there right now. And
sound like Santama. Santama. Yeah. Is that right? Santama?
Oh, Saitama.
Yeah.
Yeah. One Punch Man.
That's what we are.
We kind of went in like that.
No,
and then
you always show up late. Like, whatever it means. It's like same thing like a Goku. It's your OP hero story.
Yeah.
Because they come at the beginning when there's no story, it's just over. So they have to travel, they have to run, for whatever reason, they're like miles away or galaxies away.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So they have to come in at the very end, and then.
Yeah, and I mean, I think bigger than our influence on World War II was our influence on the aftermath. Because everyone was broke from fighting for so long. They were broke and tired, and they've destroyed all their shit. No one destroyed our shit. We made money from the war, from building everything up and selling. We did well with that.
Well, yeah. I think it's all put in place by those two bombs. That's really huge.
What do you mean?
Don't fuck with us. Like, don't.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Think about the next war that came after it. You had to go to a Cold War. It was the absence of. Because it's like, yo, we've shown you that we're willing to like blow up the whole shit. Like, we will blast your country, son. Like, Japan's still crazy over right now. Japan's
changed for life.
They're not fucking. They got little mascots running around there. Grown men are in arcades. They've never really all the way recovered. They've done great feats since, but at the same time, it's just never been the same. But like
life changed.
Yeah, that shit's still rippling. So we were like, yeah, we can do this. So and we're already like an island, like compared to the other superpowers. So like, you can make this trip over here if you want, but you know what's coming back.
That's the only thing the superpowers have in common.
Nuclear what?
They're like securely isolated. Other than Russia, they only have the snow, but when the snow's there, that's pretty intense. But
China and the mountains.
Mountains, ocean on another side.
Who else is superpower?
Us.
I mean, not just two.
There's three. Russia, China, and the U.S.
Nah, that's it?
Yeah. If you want to count the whole of the EU as a superpower, maybe.
What all defines a superpower? Wealth and nuclear capability?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
I don't think we're the only two with nukes.
I mean, I think, in terms of the EU, we have most of the nukes because of the United Nations.
I just don't think.
Because of the United Nations, they don't keep nukes because we're supposed to keep our nukes in reserve for them.
Sure.
So they have nuclear capability, but they're not producing.
Yeah, who else?
Like Iran, that was the whole problem.
Germany, yeah, we probably no one lets somebody bombs out the thing.
Yeah.
That's not out in the book somewhere. Then fuck that up too. Bomb the shit out of Germany. The moment you think you discovered some shit. I dare you. I swear to God. The fact that we let you exist is crazy. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, that might be all right. Yeah. Iran tries and we said no.
Yeah, we kind of run police with that. Like, you don't need bombs.
Yeah.
India don't run with us, so they have bombs.
They have nukes though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They have nukes, I'm pretty sure.
That's super. That's a billion people in a nuke.
But they're still developing. India is still developing.
Developing what?
As a country. They're going from being more.
They were British. They were colonized.
Yeah, and then they were really agricultural, and they're switching over to being more manufacturing, things like that, service based. All the stuff China.
I feel like this has been happening already.
Oh yeah, it's sped up a lot in the last few years, but
sure.
That's been the wave.
That's a really interesting thing. India as a developing country, it's so massive.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of.
China was a developing country.
Yeah,
for the longest, and people were mad as fuck because they were
exactly.
Well, because China had Mao.
Are we all developing countries?
Yeah, well, China had Mao, and they were extremely poor for a long time, and then Japan was fucking China up too. Like, let's not discount that. But yeah, Japan was running some shit for a while. We knocked them down to that one island again, but they had land for a minute. And so China, they were really doing bad. We put a lot of stuff in place. A lot of people would do business with them. We kind of almost treat them like the garbage dump of the world and pay them for it and have them do all of our menial labor. And while we do that, we would let them they get advantages on trade deals or take intellectual property. That's how all of this stuff started. No one checked them because it was like, oh, they're doing bad, let them go. They're just developing. And then, 2010s, the U.S. starts to really look at China like, all right, well, you're fucking developed. You're looking grown, son. I don't think you still need to stay with the fam. There were still a lot of people like, they still got some growing to do. He's only 17. Like, we were already giving him the eye, and then Trump came in and he was like, nah, fuck that. He's grown.
I think they were already grown pre-whatever.
They were grown, but we weren't treating them that way.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
They developed.
No, I mean,
developed. We weren't checking them hard enough on them taking intellectual property. We weren't taking them seriously as a competitor. I mean, that kind of stuff.
That's wild to think of.
We slept on China, and then they started just taking South China Sea's land and then making islands and shit. Like, we woke up one day and China was raw.
Yeah, that was a good play. Yeah, they did that because they were like basically like the world's janitor. I think we sent them all our trash, or they not only sent them all our trash, but they were collecting all our trash.
Yeah, they'd ask for it.
Yeah, like as a service to us, until they pass out and they're like, no.
Now they've offset it to Africa, and I think they've also been using.
But see, it's when I think it's weird to like developing country. I get it, but like it's weird to think that there's an end point for that, because I don't think there. Because considering the circumstances, honestly, I think we're going to find ourselves in a developing country situation if we're not already in it, or we should know that we're in it, because we don't make anything anymore. So
that's been the whole the whole thing economists have been talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying but the actuality of it, like it's all been fine because trade was just open, and it's globalization anyway, so it's like whatever. But then pandemic hits and you can't get stuff back and forth, so we see all those gaps got like completely exposed for what they are.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because we already kind of knew those things, but like everything still worked and worked in our favor even. But once those holes, I mean, besides the security gaps that are glaring, but like we don't take those into concern. Those can be exploited at any point. They can just put shit in our shit, like send it to us.
That's crazy.
But the fact that we don't even have the infrastructure to manufacture on the same level that we even once did as a whole. So not having the infrastructure, does that make us a developing country if we need to redevelop that infrastructure? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there should be an endpoint for developing if you can slip backwards, and if
I would argue that we would be in the position of a developing country, but we would have already been developed. We would have just slipped back into that because we were developed in the fact that we got out of being a mainly agricultural economy. For the most part, we became a service-based one. We got past that little hump. Nobody's doing this. Most of us don't make rice patties or anything like that. Internet is super widespread. The jobs are high paying. No child labor. I mean, no child labor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I feel like these are all kind of lines you play with.
I don't know if that's like, listen. I don't know if that's a real. I mean, that's a benchmark for us because we got rid of it. But like, China still has it, and they're not developing country anymore. So like, that's what I'm saying.
But they're slowing it down, and they're starting to offset that to Africa. That's what I'm saying. As China gets more and more into being a service-based economy and stops having to.
Wait, are they really? So wait, they're closing sweatshops?
Yeah, they're taking the sweatshops, putting them in Africa. You make this, and then you send it to us the same way we did them.
Oh, that's fucked up, though. That's not. That's not I guess I see what.
But they added an extra twist. They loan these different countries money more than they can pay back, and then when they can't pay the money back, what China does is they say, okay, well, give us this land. In the case of Africa, I don't remember which country, don't quote me, but they took their harbor, and it was one of the most like strategically well-placed harbors in the area. They got that, and that helped them offset their problem with India, because the India-China struggle has been wild and has been a long time. But the main fear was that India can just cut off China's trade route on the South China Sea, and then they just aren't eating. So this new harbor has helped them to avoid that. They've
Dude, we're not good. And by that I mean people.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing?
We're nasty.
God, we're not gonna make it.
Well, I mean,
Do you know, like, we're not gonna make it?
We're gonna make it as long as no one hits the nuke button.
No, it's not. We're not gonna. Or I mean, like, make it to like real, like all of our sci-fi dreams, all of our.
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
All of our.
That's gonna.
But even like a.
Somebody has to conquer this shit for that to happen.
Why would that even help it happen?
Oh, because then everyone's under the same head.
Wait, like an alien conquer?
Anybody, whoever has the balls to do it.
Oh, you mean just someone has to? Oh,
yeah, someone has to
no.
take a lot. Someone has to run a lot of the, like the UN. I thought that would be that. Like we run all of this, and they don't. So
No.
that's pretty clear.
Yeah, I don't think that's a. The only reason I don't think it's possible is I think people would literally it would come down to a death over freedom thing, and nuclear bombs are just out here. I mean, they're not just out here, but they're.
People have them.
That's not even what I meant. You know, like because no, I don't think. Whatever. I'm saying like even in the U.S., like if you're in the United States, around the United States there are missile silos that are just housing nuclear bombs. That's just where they live, right? And these places aren't necessarily very well kept. Like John Oliver did a thing about our nuclear arsenal, maybe like a year ago. He did one of his reports. And it was like literally, I think it was in South Carolina, there was almost a nuclear explosion because someone dropped a wrench down like down the missile, and it was just like clanking, clank, clank, clank. He's just like holding his breath, like, is this it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was literally like that. Like that's how
I've destroyed everything.
It's like our bridges aren't secure, or not secure, but like well kept. Like they're crumbling. As people drive over them, like our infrastructure is bad.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying, like, if we're if we move into a scenario where either it starts from here or some other country, and someone's just like, all right, world domination, and it starts taking heed, and a continent's gone, and they're all, whether they're even for good or bad, it doesn't really matter their agenda. They could be like, yeah, it's gonna bring real peace, but like, really, and you're not gonna be like police state, and that's never what someone marching saying, but like, well, even if that were the best case scenario out of it, somebody would look at that and be like, fuck that. And it would come down, it would be like some real Braveheart shit. Like, you can take my life, but you can't take my freedom. Like, they'll blow themselves up, is my point. I think, before that would be able to take hold, unless it was like for a greater good. But I don't know. But I don't even know if we have that capacity.
It could be a big alliance, or it could be a big conquering. It could even be a joining of ideas, but it's really
That's feels impossible.
Oh no, I know. That's why I said it last.
And I don't think I like to know the conditions on which we could all like agree on something or someone. Like, what does that person look like? What kind of avatar is necessary to unite all the kingdoms? You know what I'm saying? Like, because
power.
Huh?
A powerful one.
But it can't be powerful because everyone's powerful. Everyone's flexing. That's why wars start. Because like they're like, I have power, and they're like, fuck it, me too. And then it's like, all right, let's see who has it, and then someone has to lose. That's war. So it can't come from that. It can't be someone benevolent. I mean, well, malevolent. Let's be a benevolent figure that everyone just rocks with.
I don't know. Canada might produce them.
No, there's no way. No. I mean, why? Why? I don't even know why I disagree with that so hard.
Canada's cool as fuck. People are cool as fuck with Canada. They're not beefing with anybody.
No one gives a fuck about Canada. Let's be clear.
I mean, they have some of the strongest trade in the world.
I don't know. Maple syrup, Drake, and Bieber. That's not gonna do it.
And snow.
Everybody got snow. Russia got snow. Who needs snow?
Yeah, but Drake's not in their snow.
What?
Drake's not in their snow.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody's singing about that Russia snow. I've never heard no Russia snow track.
Oh, that's just because they're on vodka and glass of word. It's just and Putin's there. No one's singing. You don't sing when Putin's in charge. There's no song.
No tracks have been released since he's come to power.
Like, what? That doesn't make sense. This doesn't please me.
Someone pulls you to the side after you drop a track.
How can someone possibly stunt in Russia? Think about it. Like, it's not a place that even has that capacity.
Oligarchs.
I was just about to say that's why you can't stunt, because they're oligarchs. There are people that just have infinite amount of money and do whatever the fuck they want. We don't even know what they do. They're just there. You can't have a rapper in that same place. How are you gonna stunt when that person just exists and we all know they exist? Like, they're just out here, like, just doing whatever the fuck they do. And what are you gonna say? Like, you started from the bottom, now what? You're still there. Fuck you. No. You can't stunt like this.
You haven't gone anywhere, son.
There's no, it's not built
that $200K a year ain't gonna do it.
No. And Canada's not even built to stunt. They just got it from us. To be very clear, that's not even unique for them. They're like, oh, that's cool. Hey, we can do that. Hey, we got some shit, sorta. Cool. If not, we can import it from y'all. We're right here. That's all. That's not a Canadian influence. That's a reverb from us, and they sprinkled something on it that we like. But that's not. Let's be clear. That's an American export through Canada. That is not a made in Canada. That is made in Atlanta, Houston, Vegas. That's where you get that shit.
Yeah.
He had to take it back to the 6 and flip it upside down into 9 now. See what I'm saying? That's not Canada. It's not Canada. Nah. I will never give Canada that credit. Fuck them.
Trudeau, the island has spoken.
Yeah, Justin. Nah. I'm not. I will never give them that much credit. It's impossible. They would have to literally make some. Canada have to literally make something completely new, like a new thing. Like if it were entertainment, it would have to be like they invented a new type of movie. Like you don't even go watch it. Like it's that different. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that means.
You experience the movie.
Yeah, like you just like it would just have to be something complete. They would have to be a game changer in which we've never seen. But I'm not giving them credit for exporting our same shit back to us. That's ridiculous.
I was just talking about them being cool with everybody. The Drake thing was just extra.
Nah.
Because people love some Drake. That's it.
People are cool with Canada because people don't think about Canada. No one gives a shit about Canada. So you can't be mad at something you don't give a fuck about. Like, you can't have a real opinion on something you don't care about. That's not like, who has, Canada is like, Java in South America. It's just there. Like it's just no one has beef with Java because you never thought about Java. You won't think about that from no descendants. Who gives a fuck? Like it's nothing. It's just people live there. Are they happy? I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
They're out here. I know that.
That's all you can really ask from anybody. They're out here. So yeah, Canada is the cold Java to me. Like they just are.
But they're doing it right.
They're not doing really anything.
They're just existing correctly.
What is like? Give me anything outside of Bieber and Drake and maple syrup.
Well, I mean,
they have some universal health care. That's really the only thing I'll give them.
Quality of living just basically tends to be better.
Based on what?
Based on
and compared to where?
Compared to us.
That's can't be true.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they have more savings on average because they just have their country has better trade deals and they actually are doing shit more than us. We've been riding on.
What does that mean? Doing more? What is that?
I mean, in terms of infrastructure, they've been building on their infrastructure. They've been building on their policy. Universal healthcare speaks for itself. Motherfucking, like I said, trade originally. They had one of the dopest trade deals with China, and I think they went back on that because China started threatening over the the chief of Huawei's daughter. They got to kind of threatening Canada over that shit. They're like, all right, man, we trade with everybody. We don't need to do that. One of the few countries that can go to China and be like, nah, we're good. And China can't really stop them. There's no land you're going to get over here. Just go home.
Yeah, because they don't have to care about it. Yeah, you don't have to argue with Canada because why would you? Like, who cares?
Well, I mean, you know, China be trying to argue with everybody.
No, but like that's what I'm saying. That's how little they matter. Like,
I don't
kind of making my point for me.
That
doesn't or not.
That doesn't work out when you have one of their biggest companies' daughter in your country, and you're talking about exporting them to America. That was the.
You gotta need proper.
China, China's company Huawei, the chief of Huawei's daughter was stuck in Canada, and she was supposed to be extradited to America.
Okay.
The problem was China wanted her back. They were like, "Don't send her to America, give her to us," and that caused a problem because while they're sitting there like, "Yo, if you don't give her to us, we're gonna have a problem." America's on the other side like, "Yo, we're your boy. we're going to have problems if you don't hand that woman to us.
Where's she at?
She's still in Canada now, but they put up the finger for China like, dude, you're not going to threaten us, though.
Okay. Well, what's their, I guess, why is she running away from Trump? Like, what's the...
Well, no, she has executive power in Huawei, and she was sending some emails that she didn't have no business sending. And that became a problem with America. And they were like, yo, we don't know what she's doing. She's suspicious. We need her to come back. Canada grabbed her ass. Like, okay. And then that's when the problem started. Like, well, you grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, so we have a beef with her, and China's like, no, just send her back here because that's our peeps.
Yeah.
So that's, and Canada's like, nah, we're just gonna hold on to her.
Yeah, for now. I mean.
Yeah, see, this is Canada trying to play with big boys. This is what's happening right here. Canada's gonna get stomped on for no reason. See, Canada, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're missing from this whole equation. Canada can get clapped any day. Tomorrow, son. Canada can be wiped out of here. And nobody would care. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to see power. Let either of us really care about this situation, about this bitch. And we'll show you what power it is. I think that's what you're missing in this equation. You're giving them thumbs up for giving a middle finger. You want to see the other thing come back, though.
They come back with guns. Like, what was that you was talking about?
This is the most. See, this is really the crux of what I've been saying the whole time. I think you've proven it for me, whether you wanted to or not. The fact that they think they're playing in these games, no. This is Justin's just like, yeah, no one marches on anyone anymore. Like, who does that? That's so 1950s. Until China sends that fucking plane over and the options fall from the sky. And then they're going to be on the phone. Yo, America, we need some boys. China's wild and they over here. And we'll be like, bro, we told you to send the bitch here. Fuck you. If they come across that border on this side, we'll clap them back to you. But we're not. No, fuck you.
You should have sent her.
We told you. No. I don't. Not that Canada's. They're being big because, again, we're right next to them. Like, see, man, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Because that's why China won't send that plane. Because once they're on our fucking continent, now we gotta do something. And they know that, and he knows that. That's how you talk to an army. Be next door to the army. That's this bitch ass shit. I see your game. It's not even a complex game. It's flexing behind
the big
TLC
dude
was talking about. Trying to holler at me in your best friend's ride from the passenger side. Trying to holler at me. That's Canada. Canada's in the passenger side. Being the scrub. And the United States is driving the car, stunning in the Lambo, and you talking to China outside. Hey, you bitch ass China. Then we zoom away. You think they don't know where you live?
No, I think I'm not sure. Like, because I know they flexed it for America. China's gangster is really next level with that Taiwan shit. That's
China's been flexing their gangster.
Yeah,
see, China can flex and fuck shit up. Canada flexes because we can fuck shit up. And I think every achievement you've named is on the back of our power. That's why they're able to open these trade routes everywhere, because they're us with a smile. They're us without the threat that comes about. See, we can't go outside and talk to other people without launching threats. And we don't even mean to be, we try to be friendly, but we can't help but saying, or. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't help but, like, throw out fucking just wild ass consequences of, like, yeah, if you ever want to. Like, seriously, like we launch those threats out. We don't even mean to. We're trying to be friendly. We're trying to open conversations, but like we can't help but flex. Canada doesn't even talk that way because they can't talk that way. but they're here next to us, and we co-sign them. So it's like, all right, we saw you hanging out with those wild-ass Americans. We see how you get down. It's like, no, we don't get down like that. We got money, though. But it is cool. We just smile. We're not flexing. But as soon as someone fucking knocks them down, guess who they're running and crying back to? Going right down to that White House like, yo, we got bullies on the block. We need someone to get our back. Bitch ass can't. Look, I didn't even know I felt this way. But this is it. They can suck it. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, they're gonna run to the UK probably before us.
They won't though. They won't. Because you know who the UK runs to? Us. So why the fuck would they go through a middleman? You're gonna go overseas and talk to someone that's gonna talk to us? They're not that dumb. No, they're coming right to us. Hey, we got because then any problem Canada has, we automatically kind of have to entertain. Especially like
we surround Canada.
Huh?
We surround Canada.
Well, I'm just saying we're here. It's us, them, and Mexico. No one's really worried about Mexico. It's about like it's not how it should be. I'm just saying what it is. Like they're not really playing the same game yet. Not that they can't. They're just not. Their cartels are doing. There's a lot of shit bad. They're holding themselves back. But when it comes to this, North America is us. It is. You got y'all up top. Y'all handling heavy snow. We're making all the money, and Mexico's kind of doing their thing, trying to survive, and we give them some money, and they come and get money from us. But like that's what we run shit. But if someone comes and marches on Mexico, we gotta go see those people because now you're here. You crossed the whole ocean to come see it, and we know you come to see us. I don't care if you go through them. we know you're here. It's like those fucking Hondurans that when they went on the Mexican border. It's like we know where they're going now. They're coming to us. We're the end game. You can have your own Infinity War, but we're fate. We're Thanos. Where did that get you?
Back to me.
Where did that bring you? Right back to me. That's us. We wrote that shit, son. That's what I'm saying. It's like literally in every way. That's who we are. Yeah. So Canada knows that. If someone they can say some shit to China, kiss our ass, China. Just say it like. But then if someone comes over there, they know we're running to them. They know we're running, and they don't even have. Fucking.
And I guess this is why we spend the most on the military in the world.
Oh, I mean, yeah, talk shit, proper shit. We know, and we have to be ready when other people pop shit. If Canada pop shit, we gotta go to war. Mexico talk shit, we gotta go to war. We're not going to war immediately. We're gonna go to war eventually, but we'll have to if someone starts taking over any part of Mexico. A city gets taken over by anyone else, we gotta roll because we know where you're going. You're coming for California, and we will blow up the world before we let California go. We'll sink whole shits.
California is the golden boy that's been sick lately. They don't play.
Yeah, I mean they've been sick, but they still pay the bills. Straight up. You can have a lot of this other shit, but California, New York City, those 5 boroughs, you need the rest, and DC. Everything else is pretty up for grabs.
Texas. I feel like Texas is paying bills.
They're paying bills, but they don't have a Silicon Valley.
Oil.
They have oil. You're right.
Fracking.
Yeah. Everyone's fracking.
Well, I mean, but fracking's made up more of the U.S. economy in the last 3 years since Trump's come in.
Yeah, but it's just not exclusive to Texas though.
Okay.
They do that in the north and Dakotas. Yeah, they can find natural gas pockets kind of anywhere. It's just terrible to do, which is a whole different thing. But
goddamn. Yeah,
so that's fuck Canada. I guess is the moral story.
Yeah.
If there was any other takeaway,
yeah.
that's all. That's
And put respect on China's name, or they start threatening you.
Put respect on our name, goddamn. I'm tired. You see,
I put respect on everybody but us.
Put respect on our name, goddamn it. This is what we're talking about. We fuck up, but we're still those boys. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, we do our thing.
Like, it's weird. Like, I'm always Team Human. That's why I'm anti-pet, and like anyone that's talking too big on animals, I'm quick to say, no. It's us, and then it's like, we're not the same, we're not equal, even a little bit. I'm down to knock that talk. Right behind that, though, I'm waving that flag. You know that. Like, slavery, racism, wage gaps, inequality on every level, like racial, monetarily. There's problems. Is my point. We still that shit. we still them boys. We still have the most diversity of any other place on the planet. Maybe we have more different weather than anyone else on the planet for sure. That doesn't really mean anything, but we got it.
I don't know.
No, we do. Like, that's real.
Okay, I really just don't know that.
There's no other country where you can go where you literally it's freezing. There's deserts. We have all the shits. Hurricane, tornadoes, wildfires, tornado fires.
Yeah. Okay.
You can, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of Russia's cold. All of Canada's cold. All of Mexico's tropical. All of anywhere is usually anywhere. We just land in the right place for all those shits. And we're big.
Yeah. But Manifest Destiny is a motherfucker.
We got the best culture. We got the best food. And even if we don't have the best food, we co-opted it from whoever migrated here.
Oh, we steal the.
So we claim all of it. That's what I'm saying.
A good artist copies, a great artist steals.
Yeah, and just by our makeup, we are the best. Like, I'm on team that until we burn this shit down. We have to rebuild. Then people in Mexico. But Canada can still suck it in any of these scenarios. Know that.
I feel like we got a lot of work to do, but I feel like in terms of conquest, in terms of military, we're the boys. We're like Rome 2.0 because we came in and we changed everything.
Rome fell like notoriously. Like, it was not.
Well, I mean, all of them fall.
Yeah, but let's not compare ourselves to the one that's known for falling. That's Rome's whole shit now. It's fell. That's the only thing it's known for. Like, yeah, it did a lot of shit and then it fell. Yeah, that's any story about Rome is Rome on fire or Rome
progressing to fire.
Yeah, it's never like it's the happy days. That's not a story. So yeah, let's not do a Rome comparison. We're us, son. We're the United States. One and only, first to first, 101.
It's easy to compare us to those different greats, though.
I mean, like of course, I'm just saying.
Mongols.
No, fuck Mongols. No.
That's they're the ones.
They're not here. I'm saying we're forever, son. This rocks in the building. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Time will tell, bro.
Yeah, time will tell. But right now, my time is right now, son. You're missing me. History will not remember this well. But today, we them boys. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Tomorrow brings a new sun, new problems. But it has not set yet.
I feel that.
That's all. That's where I am. Because otherwise, what we're doing.
Yeah, I feel that.
Some of that's cool as well.
No, we're on the decline, but we would have come back.
I'm not even seeing a decline until it's gone. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yes, hell
no. You gotta.
Hell no, you done flipped into the gymnastics confidence.
Jingle is in this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ride or die or not.
Yeah, see, you sound kind of like Hitler.
Okay, that's all right. We've gone too far. Obviously, it's
just a little bit.
It's not Hitler at all. What are you talking? There's no hate in what I'm saying. I'm not saying fuck these people. Well, the Canadians a little bit, but not.
No, but
burn them in ovens.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the national pride.
That's all right. Jesus Christ! Everyone with national pride is Hitler. Are you kidding me?
Well, no, but I mean, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, there are levels to this shit. My level's Hitler's way over here somewhere. You just trying to put me over here.
No.
The moment I say yeah, the moment I'm
no decline,
my hair is going crazy.
No decline. Once you said,
America, but got it, good. Fuck the
I saw some. No, I'm not. I saw some hair. When you said I can't co-sign decline until we fall, I saw some hair shake by itself.
That's not Hitler. That's someone that just believes in. That's someone that rides. That's a ride or die.
Okay, ride or die.
That's what the fuck you talking about? Like that's a
ride or die.
I think you misremember what that was about to even think that's that.
No, I was just playing around.
That's not even funny.
No, but no, I said that because that was like one of his big things.
That's everyone's big. If you lead a country, you should believe in the country. Like, how do you not? I mean, he took it all the way to master race. I didn't say any of that shit.
No, but it's the denial of denial of the problems.
Well, everyone did. That's not exclusive to Hitler though, at all. Like it's not even exclusive to a leader. It's not exclusive to anything. That's most people like it is that. So that's not. If that's the only thing you need to connect to Hitler, that's insane. I guess is my point. If 1 and 2 equals Hitler, like he didn't need the whole rest of the equation. Like there's a lot of hate that is really the whole focal point of what made that whole thing a problem. It wasn't just believing Germany is great. Like it's believing that they are slaves and that we are literally a better version of human than them. Literally started this whole part of this conversation with I am team human first. It was literally the beginning of the whole thing before I started getting wild on the American side.
I'll change from Hitler. Hitler's too far.
Yeah.
Sounded nationalistic.
Sounded
nationalistic.
It is nationalistic. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that doesn't mean Hitler.
I agree.
Okay. What's insane?
Yeah, I agree, but that's all I was saying now. That's all I'm saying now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's not even... I'm saying that up front. It's been the whole point. It's been the diatribe. America. Fuck yeah. Okay. You don't even get... God damn it. You never get these references.
That one's for y'all.
Yeah. See, that's how...
That was for y'all.
Yeah. You're not rocking with America enough. See, if I... Yeah...
I'm not, honestly. I've been giving America the side eye for a little minute. Like, y'all wildin'. But I also fuck with America because I get the privilege of doing that without dying. So that's another thing.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
We don't take those... We don't appreciate those rights for what they are enough because, again, and we're pretty much at time, but like, yeah, what we kind of think of as like just human rights, which they kind of should be. I mean, not kind of, they should be, aren't. They're just really country rights or rights to a specific. So like freedom of speech and whole like first 10 amendments. We take those for super granted because there's no penalty because it's built that way.
Yeah.
But you can go to some beautiful places. It's not a poor thing. It's just a societal thing in whatever society. Like you can go you go to Saudi Arabia. They got more money than anywhere. Gold buildings, gold BMWs. They built an island and they put like a giant lake and made islands in the middle of a desert. All that. You rob somebody, they will cut your hand off. If you have weed, they will kill you. That's just how it is. You want to talk about the prince? I dare you. So we take those things for granted.
That's a lot of countries.
And we not only take it for granted, but like we don't even take those for what they are when we focus on all the dumb shit and the bad shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, Yeah, because like for all our bad shit, we had a lot of amazing things that you just can't do anywhere else, or opportunities even.
And that was honestly why I wanted to end off on that, because I am pretty anti-America, but that's where my pro-America kicks in, because we ride for fucking the basic rights, and that's everything.
Yeah, it's
because
everything. Yeah, and we have the most opportunity anywhere.
Yeah,
like you can really start from nothing and become a billionaire. Like if you have a plan, dedication, like you have that opportunity. It's not an easy thing to do, but in some places it's literally impossible.
Yeah.
It's not even a pipe dream. It's not even a 1 in a million chance.
Yeah.
At least you have a lottery's chance, and you can reinforce it with hard work, dedication, knowledge, whatever. But yeah, there's some places they're willing to risk their lives and their families' lives to come here for that opportunity. And we shit on it because it gets a little racist sometimes. It's like, yeah, it's bad. It doesn't make that any less serious. I'm just saying, in the scheme of everything, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all a progression. I mean,
because it's just perspective.
Yeah, because I mean, like the racism thing in itself, it's horrible, but it's also avoidable to an extent.
No,
like you don't
put that on.
Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of people in areas where I feel like they just shouldn't be. Like people, I mean, racism's real. I get it. It's everywhere. I'm not talking against that, but I'm saying people will talk about a certain kind of brand of racism that's like a high level, and that's normally in an area. For San Diego, that's your Santee area. In your El Cajon, they call it Clan T. The fact that you even put that name to it tells me everything I need to know.
What's your point?
I'm saying that like that's the area you want to avoid if you're trying to avoid some racism.
Yeah. See, the problem is you should be able to live anywhere without the problem of being harassed for being who you are.
You should, yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, but I mean, all right. That doesn't make it avoidable. So like that's not a good answer to it, I guess. That's a bad Band-Aid. That doesn't make it avoidable. You get pulled over by racist whatever. Now I can't drive. If I don't leave my house, I will never see racism. I should be able to leave my house though. So no, that's not good enough. Yeah, because everyone will think they're avoiding it until they're not avoiding it. Until they're in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyone that finds himself, especially in a racial or racist or, like, especially fatally, like, I'm sure they thought they were going about their day avoiding racism. You know what I'm saying? Until they just weren't. And then, news. So, that's not a real thing.
I mean, I think it's real as far as you have the knowledge of it.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any more avoidable though. Like unless you just don't do anything. Like you can't be around people then.
I mean, most of the country is not extreme racism.
No,
there are places where it's extreme racism.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of people live in those places experiencing that very racism. Move from there.
Yeah,
and you'll experience
literally
less. You're not gonna just.
You were here. I don't know if it was like 3 episodes ago or how many episodes ago.
Okay.
We were talking about deserving people deserving shit, and you kept bringing up the point, and I was like, they gotta make way, and they were just like, what if they can't move or whatever? So I'm gonna bring that argument right back to you.
Yeah.
People can't just go anywhere, but I should be able to be anywhere.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make it. You have to uproot my whole life because you have a problem. That's not. No, like that's not a real. It's not a. It's not a real solution in a whole. You fix the problem.
No, it's not a societal solution.
Yeah,
it's a personal one.
Yeah, but that's not even always possible.
That's very true.
That's
too.
Coming from you.
No, I'm not denying that at all.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's just bad.
But I'm saying if you can, you shouldn't stay there.
Sure. I mean, yeah, you're not.
It's obvious.
Yeah, I don't even remember the point going into this.
It's not a solution for everyone.
Yeah, my point wasn't even this. I think my point was America has its problems, but it's still the best place to be, and we dove in on racial politics. But
okay,
that wasn't my.
Yeah, no, it's got point. America's heart's in the right place.
Maybe I wouldn't even say that. I don't even. We're gonna end this. I don't even remember the point of what the fuck I was saying. So if you're listening, hopefully you know. But I lost it. I don't even know why we talked about this for an hour and a half. I hated it. I didn't hate this, but I hate the topic.
You hate politics.
And I've aggressively been avoiding it, so I'm not even caught up on it to talk about it from an educated viewpoint. Because I've aggressively been ignoring it because I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
So the fact that we talked about this for an hour and 45 minutes was not the plan. So
yeah, we did really bag in on that. We were supposed to talk about totally different shit.
About anything else, really, I would have been happy with. So we're gonna wrap this up because I'm done talking.
Y'all enjoy.
All right, see you next week. Yeah.
This has been 41.